So hello and welcome back, guys. Yeah, I know it's been a very long day. Well, let me welcome you officially. So first, I want to open down the Corel interface. That's the Corel Draw. So as always, if you have your icon on your desktop, you double click on it. But if you don't have, you can always come here to search for your Corel Draw. Then click on Corel. Sorry, my system is slowing down a bit. So you click on Corel Draw, then you click on the app button here, and it's gonna launch. But for me, I've opened it up already, so um, I've opened it up already. So I'm picking on a new. Yep, I'm picking on a new document. I want to work on a new document already. Yeah. So welcome back again, guys. So today what we'll be doing is this. I told you in our previous class that we're doing what they call manipulation of objects. Like I said initially in the maybe previous two classes, I said object could be text, rectangle, triangle, anything that you can put and edit or manipulate on this screen. Get what I'm saying now? So now I'll be talking about little manipulation of some objects in order to create a logo. And for this example, I'll be manipulating rectangles mainly. So first thing is I'll click on my rectangle here and draw. The system is slowing down a bit. Yep. Sorry, it's meant to be one rectangle, but I don't know what's wrong with the system tonight. It's just doing anyhow. So what I did was just select the other two ones I didn't need, then delete them. So I'm making an attempt now. This is a rectangle, right? Talking about manipulation of shapes. Starting with, so I drew a rectangle now. So I want to tell you different ways you can manipulate a rectangle. First, you can give it a color, inside color. Look at this. I'm giving it blue or cyan as it is on the palette. Can you see? This is cyan. Another thing is I can give it an outline color. Outline this with like the edges. Like if you look at it closely, the edges, the color of the edges here are let me zoom in on that. This is my zoom tool as always. Then you select, you drag on it to, can you see now? Can you see that the edges, the outline, they call it, the color is black. I can change the outline to red. If I want to change the color of the outline or the outline color, I simply put my cursor or my arrow on the color I'm changing it to. Then instead of left clicking, I'm right clicking. So can you see now it's now color. Another thing is this, I can increase the width or the thickness of the outline. Like I can increase how thick this outline is. And how to do that is this. You can simply press F12 on your keyboard. Can you see now? So this is using increasing the outline. So you come here to the width. So you can increase the outline to like 3. Can you see now? Can you see it's changing? Then another thing is this, we can deal with the corners. Like if you want your corners to be just be pointed, if you want it to be rounded corners, you can click here. Can you see now? If you check it out, can you see that it's quite rounded a bit at the edge, but let's leave it at pointed corners. You can do this to any style that you like. You get what I'm saying now? You can choose any style, and you can choose for the position you like to any position. Just try this out on your own because I'm trying to scale on little time. You get what I'm saying now? I don't want this to be too long. So I can choose style. I can choose any style. If I want the outline to be like this, can you see? So I can choose any style I want, any style of the outline. If I'm scrolling down, I can choose this. Can you see now? It's a bit different from the other one I chose the other time. I can choose this. Can you see now? So these are the things you can use in your designs. But let me go back to straight line. I want to be just straight line. Can you see now? Then I say okay. Can you see? So basically I've changed the color of this rectangle and I've changed the outline color too. And in another, I've done what, I've increased the width thickness, or the outline thickness, or the outline width. I've done that too. So now another thing I want to let you guys know about this rectangle that you can do again is this: you can rotate the rectangle. Like if I want it to rotate a bit, I don't want it to be straight, but I want it to be, to rotate in a bit. Okay, let's start from, I can actually reduce the size of the rectangle. So can you see that when you click on your rectangle, click out first. If you click on your rectangle, you see like this tiny dots, or nodes. 1, 2, 3. They are like, how many are they? 3, 2, 3. That's 8. So we have 8 nodes on either sides or adjacent sides of your rectangle. They are used in editing the size of your rectangle. Look at this now. I can choose to reduce this like this. Can you see? I've reduced the size. I can increase it from this side, reduce it, increase it from the top, reduce it. Anything I want to do, I'll just have to click on the node and drag. You click on the node, hold it down and drag. That's basically what you do if you are increasing the size of your rectangle. Kindly bear with me. The system is slowing down. Sorry. Can you see now? So I've done this. Another thing I can do is this: I can rotate or slant my rectangle. If I want to rotate my rectangle, I simply double click on the rectangle. That's click twice. 1, 2. Can you see? Or I click the first time, and not long after I click again. You see? So it will bring out something like this. These are the things you can use to rotate or slant. And this middle thing is like the pivot, like the joint. Is anywhere you put this thing, it's gonna act as if, anywhere you put this middle line, it's gonna act as if there is a gravity holding down the object. Like if I put this in this circle at the edge, it's gonna be like I'm pinning the rotation down to that edge. But for this example, if I'm rotating, you see it will rotate around the axis of the middle. Can you see now? It's rotating around the middle. Can you see what I'm saying now? If I should put this thing down here, can you see it's gonna rotate round that top? Can you see what I'm saying now? Can you see what I'm saying now? Yeah. So basically that is what it does. And look at this now. These side ones, they are using slanting. Like you can slant. If I want to slant it down like this, can you see now? That's what they do. So now you guys you know how to rotate your rectangle or slant your rectangle. I can slant sideways too. It doesn't only go like the other. Can you see what I'm saying now? So basically these things are used in bringing perspective to your shapes. Like it makes them look realistic. Like, you know, when you just draw plain something, it just looks like it's just plain. Like it looks like it's computer produced or something. But if you want to bring realism to your graphic design, you need these shapes, you need to bend, you need to cut, because objects naturally don't come in straight forms. Or you get what I'm saying now? So this is why we're giving like a texture and a form to our object. You get what I'm saying now? So another thing I want to introduce you to now is this. I call it coupling or welding. Look at this now. You know, if you remember in our first class, I told you that you can duplicate your rectangle by simply pressing Ctrl D. You hold down Ctrl D on your keyboard. Ctrl D. It's gonna use to duplicate your rectangle or any object you have. Can you see now? So I've duplicated this. See, I'm putting them side by side now. Have you seen this? So look at this now. I want to weld these two objects together. The first one and the second, I want them to look as if they are together, or weld them together. What I will simply do is this: I'll click on the first one, then hold down Shift. You know, Shift button on your computer. That's the key that is right next to you. Always right next to your control. That looks like it has like upward thick arrows. You can see them on either side of the keyboard. So I'll click on and hold on Shift and click on the other object I want to weld with. Then can you see now? So both of them are together, and if I were to move them with my keyboard, the arrow keys, it's gonna move together. Can you see what I'm saying now? So I'll come down here. Can you see? These are major things you can use. This is create boundary. So you can create a new object and surround the selected object. So play around these things, but basically I'll talk about just two of them: the trim and the trim and the weld. This one is just that it just tells that minus the front. That it's gonna remove the front object from the back object. That is gonna remove. You get what I'm saying? If you try them out, you see what it does yourself. Look at this. If I do this, can you see what it's doing now? It has trimmed this for me. Can you see? So that's basically what that does. Let me Ctrl Z to go back to, but this is not what I want to do. Can you see now? So now I want to weld. This is weld. This is trim. This is gonna trim out, cut out the position of this object using the shape of the top object. You get what I'm saying now? So if I were to click on, so what it's doing is this: if you were to use trim, it's gonna be that the object on top will be the one that is being trimmed out. You get what I'm saying now? Not for the other one, you only cut out the portion and this one was automatically deleted. But for trim, it's gonna retain two objects. Weld is gonna join them together. Look at what I've done here. So basically, we are delving into like logo creation. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying now? So basically, this is what we are doing now. So look at this shape now. This shape is, you get what I'm saying now? This is a shape already. I can use this, decide to use this as a logo for one brand or anything. But what I'm saying basically it depends on your own creativity. So be crazy with these stuffs. Go about them and try stuffs out on your own. You get what I'm saying now? So I can control D this again, duplicate this again. Can you see what I'm saying now? So I can leave them like this. I can even weld them together again. Can you see now? So you can go as crazy as you like. You get what I'm saying now? So it's not hard. So now I've taught you how to trim, to cut, and to weld. You get what I'm saying now? So now let me try putting an object in this. I want to show you a crazy thing that we do. You know what we do normally is this. Yeah, this should be your text object. But I'm trying to click, but my system, I don't know what's wrong with it tonight. It's acting so slow. You know, I told you initially, I told you in the last previous class that when you're designing a logo for a company, you can start by using the initial. That's, I'm talking about the first letter of the name of the logo. For example, if I'm designing a logo for a company called Shola and Sons Industry, I can start with the S and decide to go crazy with the S and make it the logo of the company. So in this example, I'm using XS. Okay, you see what I did here? So basically for beginners, look at this. This is a logo for someone already. You might be like, ah, this is fine. But I'm telling you, for a professional, this is not it yet. But I'm still giving you guys a beginner's tip. You get? I don't want to complicate things for you guys. So now I want to change. What I'm basically doing here is I want to change. I want to change the font type. Yeah. So let me go and find one crazy font type we can use. I've not reached where I'm going yet, though. You get what I'm saying? Um, please bear with me. This system is, I don't know, it's quite dragging. So I'm looking for one crazy font type for this S. Okay, I'm going with this brush script empty. So enter. Can you see now? So I can decide to like make the S bigger than the box itself. Can you see what I did there? So now I want to trim out the shape of the S from the box or from the shape. So I'll what you know, remember I told you the other time, click on the first object. In this object, our object is S and is a text. Is a text object. Clicking on it, then hold shift down on your keyboard and click on the other object, which is the shape that I've created initially. So I'm coming here, I'm saying trim, or I can click this minus back minus front. You get what I'm saying now? So what this will do is it basically deletes the S for us, but let me just go with trim. You get, sometimes I love holding on to the shapes I've used so that if I want to go back to them. Can you see now? This is basically a Superman type of logo. You get what I'm saying now? So I can decide to use this for a company's logo or something. So one thing is this: I want to do away with the line, the thickness, the line, the outline. So I'm remove the outline. If you want to remove the outline, you basically come to this shape here. This one right on top, this white with the red line, right on top of black color here, means nothing. That's if you don't want no fill, you basically just left click on it. But I do want fill, so Ctrl Z. So I want no outline color. So what I'm doing is this: I'll right click on this. Can you see what I'm saying now? Can you see this is crazy? So now I have this now. This is a logo already for Shola and Sons Limited. Can you see that logo? Logo is not that hard. It's just how crazy you are willing to go about this. You get what I'm saying now? So this is looking like it too. Imagine if this Shola farm or fish industry. This is looking like a fish already. Then I might end up putting like, let's say if it's fish farming company, I might end up putting like an eye for the fishes here. You get what I'm saying? So basically, if Shola fish industry, just this is an eye for the fish here, and Control D to give an eye for the other fish here. Can you see what I'm saying here? So basically, what I'll do is this: hold on these two things, then click on this, on the main thing, and say trim. Or let me just use this because I want them to be deleted. Can you see what I'm saying now? So this is looking like two fishes coming together. Can you see what I'm saying now? I can even decide to put mouth depending on what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So it all depends on how crazy you are willing to go. So let's do this now. So I want to give color to this. So if I want to give color, I want to give this kind of linear color. So what I'll do basically is this: I'll come down here. Can you see where this fill is down that we have? Can you see? I'll double click on it. Double click, that's click twice. So it's gonna bring this out. It's gonna bring this out for you. So if I'm clicking on this, oh sorry, let me cancel first. For those that are using like previous version of Corel that is not 2020, come here, you see something like fountain fill. So I'm no, it's not here. You're coming. No, so you go down, go down, go down. I don't know where it is. I think it should be around here for you. If you are using the previous version of Corel Draw, you get what I'm saying. So it should be something like fill or something. So you come here. If it's, I'm coming. I want to do something. So you come here and click on that. But for me, let me double click here. So I'm clicking on fountain fill. Can you see what I'm saying now? So I wanna like look at this now. This is now I give it blue. So this is ranging from blue to white. I wanna make it range from blue to gold or to red or any color you like for me. But as I always say, you know, you have to go with complementary colors, and for me I think blue to gold is okay. So this the color I'm looking for, I can edit it from here. I'll just shift this dragger here, drag it until I can see like the range of colors I want are here, or is here rather. So let me say I'm going for this color. Can you see this color here? So this is the color I'm going for. So I'll click out. So can you see this is the shape it's gonna get? Then I'll say okay. Can you see now? This is basically a logo. Well done guys, well done guys. I hope you are getting it. If you don't understand what I've done here, please call me back, or you can't call me back really. So please ask question. I'll still talk about it in the next video. We'll be using this often because these are things that actually give like contrast to, or I'm saying is it gives light to your design. Look, let me give you the perspective of this fountain view. Fountain view is like if you have an object, you want to give it a perspective of maybe there is a light, like lightning effect, like there is this light filter coming through from the side. For this basically it means what I've done here is like there is a light coming through hitting on the blue color. I hope you get what I'm saying now. It's like perspective design, you get what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain better on this. Okay, let me do something. You know, when you're facing the sun, the side that is facing the sun will be quite brighter than the other side. This is basically what we're trying to impose here. So that's why I'm going from like a lighter color or a bright color to like a dull one, but not similarly dull, but it's quite bright. So you get what I'm saying now. So this is what I've done here. So another eye effect I want to bring into this is this. I want to give it a shadow, because basically when you have a sun, you must have a shadow. I remember shadow always go what? It always goes behind the sun. Like you always go. I'm saying now, like if you are facing the if you are facing the sun, your shadow will fall behind you. So trying to implement realism in your graphic design. So I'm assuming that the light is coming, like the yellow light is coming from this side. So if I want to give it a shadow, I'll make the shadow fall behind the light or behind the object. So to drop shadow on this, I'm gonna come here. This is my shadow too. So click on it. Can you see? So I drag on the object. Can you see? You basically see. Can you see this shadow moving here? So this is what I'm doing here now. So this shadow, I want to make it seem like the shadow is dragging behind the object. Can you see now? So this is basically what we've done. We can actually edit from here. Yep. Can you see what I've done here? So now is this. I don't want the shadow to be too kind of, it's too wild. You get. I want to reduce it a bit. Moderacy is everything. You get. We don't want complex. Can you see? This is where I'll reduce how wide the shadow is. Can you see what I'm saying now? So I'm reducing how wide the shadow is. I'm giving like a 3. I love giving it very small. I don't like make shadow too much. Then I'll reduce how thick, how light or how deep the shadow. Can you see what I'm saying now? So I've given it this. So this is actually a very good logo. So this is basically the transparency of the shadow. If I want to change the color of the shadow, to something like, but one thing is, when you're designing, make sure the color of your shadow is deeper than the color of your background. Like, if the background of your design is, let's say, black, then you have to go for lighter shadow colors like this color here, or you go for yellow. But if it's like deep blue, you have to go for yellow or white, any color. You get what I'm saying now? So if your background is light, you go for deep. But basically what we're doing is we're trying to make our shadow visible, so as to bring out the realism. If you check this out, you see that this is looking like the object is sitting on something, like it's real. It looks real, kind of, but not real, too much real yet. Let's edit the shadow. For me, I think I'm just trying to bring that realism into picture for you guys. But for me, I don't really like making shadow too much like that. Yeah, can you see what I'm saying now? Basically, so I used linear tool that transferring to. So Ctrl Z. Um, so I want to bring this down. I want to make the thing fall down small. You get what I'm saying? So I want this thing to fall down a bit. Can you see what I'm saying? How? So this has bring a kind of realism to this. So if I want to change the color, I'll change the color to whatever color I like: red, yellow, blue. But make sure you're always taking cognizance of your background color. Like I always say. So I love this color. This color is cool. This color here is cool. I love it. So look at it now. This is a logo for a company. Maybe Shola Fish Farm. So basically what I'll do. So guys, we've come up with a logo very sharp now. Can you see? Wow, this is. I don't even have the intention of designing a logo yet for you guys, but sometimes when you design, you just go with the flow. So let me press. If I press F4, like I told you initially, so it's kind of brings the object closer. But if you want to go back, you press F3. Can you see now? This is a logo for a company. So you select on it, or you press Ctrl A to select everything. Then you say Ctrl G to group together, so that when you move your object, they move together. All the effects move together. You don't have your effect jam packed, or you get what I'm saying now. So I've done this now. Then I press P to place it properly in this middle of the page. Can you see now? So basically, if I want to, I can this is a very good logo. I can deliver this. I can set this to a client as high as, depending on how much they are going to pay. No, it depends on the size of the company. If I'm designing this for his local company now, you can collect 25 or 30k. If it's a very big company, it's not. I want you guys to Google how much Nigeria paid for their Nigerian Air. Is it Nigerian Air? The name of the, is it Air Nigeria? Check. There's this company they launched in Nigeria. Airplane, or this, what you call this travel company, like Kenya Air, Emirates. I think it's Air Nigeria that they launched in Nigeria. It's government owned. Go and check how much they commissioned that logo for. Very simple logo, just like a ribbon moving. You get what I'm saying? It's not there's nothing different from that and what we're doing here. So it all depends on the quality of client you have. And that's what I'm saying is this: if you want to make graphic design, if it's what you're passionate about, if you want to make it your own line of work, go, like your work, go, that you are not just doing it for like a side thing. You want to make it, you want to be a full-blown graphic designer, you have to have a portfolio. I'll show you how to create one, at least step by step. Then you have to brand yourself, and that's why I'm trying as much as possible. That's why is this not all like design tutorials. This is like we talk about branding small, like the previous video was about branding and how to go about your design process. Then we'll come back and practice what we discussed. So if you check what we discussed, I said you can start with the initial of the company. Look at this. This is the initial of the company, like S Shola Sons Limited Fish Company or something. Then you should use very simple logos, very simple colors. Can you see now? It's not jam packed. Very simple idea. Not, it doesn't have to be too pa. You get what I'm saying now? If I want to make this so crazy now, I can decide to put like splash of water. You get what I'm saying? Like I can decide to like draw splash of water. I bet I'll do that next lesson. I don't want to waste too much of our time here. So I can put like splash of water around it to make it seem like, you know, fishes in the water. You get what I'm saying? These are fishes already, so we need splash of water to it to make it more. You get what I'm saying? So it all depends on how you can think. So this is it now. If I want to if I want to deliver this to a client, now what I'll do basically is this: I'll write their name. So look at it. I'm teaching you how to brand a radio. So I'll write their name. Let's say it is let me say Spartan fish. Let's say fish, or let's say aqua farm. Then another thing is this. Can you see what affected my color, my choice of color here? Should I tell you now? You know, I told you about um I told you about I'm sorry, I'm like taking much time, but I have to explain some stuff. I told you about the fact that when you're designing for the brand, the choice of color you use have to like say a story or tell a story for the brand. Like this is about fish farming, for example. Now I use blue color because natural color of water is, when you look at it, color is, water is represented by blue mainly. Then this color to represent security, like security of the company. You get what I'm saying? So when clients come to them, they feel secure. Like, okay, if I want to order in high quantity from this farm, you know, they will feel safe because look at their color. Their color is not too red. It doesn't make your heart beat faster. It makes your heart beat slowly. I hope you guys have checked like the psychological effect of colors. Then you know our culture is green, and that's why I'm coming from the blend of like a yellow to blue. And if you check the mid sign here, I'm talking about the middle of the logo here. It's kind of mixed to green. When you know, when you add yellow and blue together, they makes green, and that's depicting our culture. Our culture is green in nature. You get what I'm saying now? So excuse me, guys. I have to receive this call.